Hello, it's Michael Richardson from Listen, Speak and Learn, African Language Learning Resources. So, I created another video for you guys just to let you know about some of the passions which I have. This particular video is going to be about a trip which I had to Ghana, and quite a memorable trip, and a trip which really changed my life and my opinion about my history and heritage. And I just thought I wanted to share with you because I'm sure some people will be able to identify, and it also was a springboard to bring me to where I am today. So without further ado, I'll start. It was Christmas, approaching Christmas 2003. I hadn't been to Ghana for about 10 years. So the previous time I went with my family and enjoyed the holiday, doing what you do with your family, you know, going around to see the relatives, eating, you know, going to the beach and all those things. But this time around, 10 years on, you know, I'd started working, and I felt it was time to go on a trip back home as an adult. So a very good friend of mine, still a good friend of mine to today, wanted to come as well, because at that time he hadn't been to Africa. So he wanted to experience what Africa had to offer, and just to see if it met up to what his expectations were. So, cut a long story short, you know, the weeks and the months rolled by. We finally got on a plane and made that trip. Had a great time. Literally, I planned the itinerary, so we had something to do each and every day. We were sort of learning about the history of Ghana. We went down to the village, dressed him up in traditional outfit. My grandfather was telling him stories, gave him some apete shit to drink, and yeah, it really, we had a wonderful time. During the trip, there was one particular point which really stuck with me, and it's still ingrained in the back of my mind. I took him to my hometown, my family home, and there we met some of the relatives who live there, and some of my cousins and nephews. So as you go and you greet, let them know you're in town, do the formal stuff, meet with them and so on. And then once you've done, you go and speak to your cousins. So my cousins, the guys were outside the front of the house talking and joking. And throughout the trip, I was literally there to sort of translate. So whenever we were getting taxis, I would try to bargain the price and make sure we didn't get ripped off. And on this occasion, we all gathered round. There was about 6 boys, myself and my friend, and he was asking me what they're talking about, because they seemed to be having a good time, and they were telling jokes. So I was trying to translate the joke accurately, but also quickly enough before they moved on. And I must say, at this time, my tree was at the stage where I could understand, but I couldn't speak very well. So as the story was unfolding, they were telling these jokes, and I was laughing, and at the same time trying to translate it to my friend as best as I could. And you know, you're laughing so much, I couldn't translate it quickly enough. So I could see my friend was getting a little bit frustrated. I said, come on, tell me what's happening, so that, you know, I can laugh also. And it got to a particular point where they said something, and I thought, I can identify with that. So I decided to speak. Now, I knew I couldn't phrase it how I wanted to in Fanti, so I decided to say it in English. So there I was on the edge of the circle, everyone speaking in Fanti, and I turned around and said what I wanted to say in English. It went down like a lead balloon. Everyone was laughing, hey, Charlie! And then when I spoke the English, everyone just looked at me like, hey, my friend, and that just really hurt. That was like a dagger to the heart. And it was at that point which it really dawned on me that, you know what, I really need to make an effort to learn my language. I really need to make an effort to learn my culture. Because if I don't, I won't be able to partake in such jokes, such conversations. I can't express myself. I can sit there and absorb, but I can't add to it. And I wanted to be in a position where I could add to it. So that experience really stuck with me and made me want to learn the language so that I can, go back and make that transition from being just a hearer, but also act as well. So, that was a great holiday, a great trip. That event really stuck with me and really pushed me to want to learn more about my culture, learn more about my history, my heritage, and to switch and choose as and when I feel like it. So, that's my story. I hope you have a interesting story also. Let me know your thoughts and feedback. Thank you for listening. Peace.